Hi everybody, Bruce Jones, and we're going to try this again, another Facebook Live that I just did a few minutes ago, and I did it using my phone, which I don't usually do. I usually use StreamYard, and it didn't stick, so I don't know where it went. I never know what to do. Save thing, whatever. Anyway, so this is Bruce Jones, and we are going to be talking about what is in the new Masterclass that's coming up. You can see right here where I highlight it, how to create your own workbooks, checklists, and journals. So this is the new class that I have starting June 12th, and you can find out you can go check out the addresses in the link above or below, and you can go check that out. It's also here. Let me just put it up on the screen. And I'm just going to run through what I've been doing and how I've been putting the class together. So there's the address. You can check that out, or it's in the links up above and down below. But this is the class. And if you have any comments, just come on in. We'll talk. And yes, some of you just saw me a few seconds ago. So I'm building this class out now. It starts June 12th. A lot of you have already joined, which is fantastic. I love it. I've never sort of pre-sold the class, and I'm building it as I go. And I'm going to talk about the different components and parts in it. So let's get this out of here, and we'll get up my same chart as I had before. Let's get that application. Here we go. Share. And cool. That's it. All right. Bring that up. So there we are. So you can see it now. Let's get this out of the way. Hide that. And let's see. Let's make. Oh, we have a comment. Awesome, Andy. Yeah, so I'm following any of you who know Andy, my friend Andy Falco, who is a master of live broadcasting. And when you have a problem, you just roll with it and go. And so that's what happened. So Andy can relate because he's had problems with broadcasts. I've had problems. We just had it. And we're doing it again. That's it. That's live broadcasting. And off we go. So let's jump into the masterclass. And I'm going to show you what. Let's put this up here. Yeah, there it is. Andy Falco. Awesome. Love this. So yeah, we're going to kind of walk through the class. And this is version number 2. Okay. All right. Let's take Andy down here. So let's make this a little bigger so you can see it. So this is the outline for my class. And these are the notes. As I said to you, I haven't actually created this class yet. I'm doing it now, and these are my notes to pull the class together. So I have on here a bunch of different stuff that I'm intending on putting in, and any comments that people have about what I'm including or what I'm missing, make sure you put them in the comments and let me know. So one of my favorite things, I'm so excited to be teaching this, is the hidden treasures in your book. That's going to be a key component to developing your own masterclass. So one of the things that I know is inside your books, there's a lot of stuff that's inside of your books that we can pull out and turn into a workbook, a checklist, or a journal. You've already written the book. So this class, this workshop, is really for people who have written a book of something, a business book, a how-to book, a self-help book, something like that. And or they are coaches, consultants, teachers, something where you're teaching people, showing people, telling people, kind of putting stuff together. So this workbook is going to be pulled out of that, and this thing right here, the hidden treasures in your book, is a key component of that. So what do I mean by that? So you've probably heard me talk a lot about over the years of repurposing your content, looking inside your book. And so this is one of my original books. This is one of the first books that I put together. I have over 50 books, all different kinds. I have music books, geography books, coloring books, how to do books, how to publish books, all different kinds of books. But this is one of my first ones. This was the chord book. And it's just a book of, let me make myself bigger here, the book of music chords, right? So I drew all these chords and put all this together, and it really documented my learning how to play these instruments. So what do I mean by the hidden treasures of this? So I finished this book. This was done. And to fill in the back of this book, I had added some extra pages of blank sheet music right here, right? So the back of the book. So I needed some extra pages. I didn't have enough. I had done all this work. I put this together. And out of that, I created this book right here, music sheet book. This has become one of my best-selling books. This, you could call this a workbook. It's a workbook. It's a book for writing sheet music. So it's a workbook. So this is probably my most successful workbook. And one of my most successful books, by looking deep inside of this book, what do I have that I can repurpose to this? Not only did I do this one, I did one for mandolins, right? Same thing, pretty cool. And I did a different version of the blank sheet music book, just variations on a theme. I also got an email one day from somebody in Australia that said, could you take your chord book? So they are a left-handed guitarist, and could you do something, give me a left-handed book? So I learned that I could take the chord charts in my right-handed book, flip them over, and make a left-handed book. This isn't a huge seller, but there aren't very many left-handed chord books out there. So it's a consistent seller that has gone on for years and years. So that's what I mean. We're not going to be sort of making music chord books, but let's put this up here. Yeah, no, Andy loves this story. But what I'm saying, what I'm talking about is we're going to look for the hidden treasures in your book. Like, how do you take your book and look for those hidden treasures and turn it into a bunch of other products, which is, so not only have I done books out of that, I've done posters out of that, I've done t-shirts, I've done mugs, I've done, I take the illustrations, I drew these, I turn them into other things. So that's the hidden treasure. That's a key part of the workshop that's coming up in June 12th that you can get. Look at the address. It's up in the link or down below or wherever it is. So, all right. So what else is going to come in here? Resources and tools, just sort of give you a black book of the tools and resources that you'll use when you go to make your own workbook. So like, where do you publish? What software can you use? Where do you find photos? All that kind of stuff. It's in my book, so you'll be able to get that. A workbook checklist. I better put together a workbook checklist because I'm doing a checklist thing on workbooks. The 10 by 10, the top 10 questions. This is my sort of methodology. One of my methodologies, especially if you're a coach or consultant, you want to make a workbook that goes along with it. How do you do that? And how do you find what those questions are? And that's my top 10. I think I now call it the easy top 10. Some people call it the 10 by 10 by 4. There's lots of different methodologies for it. This is my spin on it and how to do it. But it's a great way to sort of take your experience, take what you're doing, pull out the essential parts and turn them into a workbook that's a companion piece. Workbooks make great companion pieces that you can cross-sell with your products. If you look at the backs of my books, you'll see that I often put the other books. Let's see if I have it in this book. Sometimes I didn't do all that at the back at that time, but cross-sell. Yep, here we go. Cross-sell your books. Right there, cross-sell your books in your other books. So, all right, case study. There's one little case study I just did there. We'll have more case studies of take some real books that have been done and we pull pieces out of them and turn them into workbooks. So that's a key thing. So you can kind of see how other people have done it. I'm going to talk a little bit about marketing making. In fact, I think one of the best things that you can do with your book is by making a workbook, you have taken a regular book and turned it into a bundle. All right. So this is a great way to make money with your book. Your book might sell for, $14.95 or something. You can add a workbook to it that you can sell for a lot more money. Workbooks often go for way more money. So you can sell $47 or $97. It's part of a course, something like that. So I'll talk about how you can make money by building a workbook. They crisscross each other. One supports the other. They become a bundle. It becomes a bigger thing than just that book. And it's a great way to kind of use your book to develop a whole course in teaching. So some bonuses that are in here are going to be the workbook templates. So I'm going to be showing you how I build a workbook. I'm going to take you through a demo step by step. And whatever I show, you will be able to get the templates that go for that. So I did a survey, and the surveys to ask what people have and what are they doing. And you probably saw me. I didn't see me. I just did now. I discovered, as I have for years, I use InDesign every day, and I love it. The screen is in InDesign, but most people don't have it, and they use PowerPoint and Word. So we'll be doing a good chunk of the training. We'll be using PowerPoint and Word or Google Docs or OpenOffice, something that everybody has on their computer. You can do a very nice book with Microsoft Word. It's not, you don't have to have all the constraints that you do with other stuff. So, so I'll show that. I'll have those templates. Whatever I make, that's included in the course, and those will go in. What will I have on the template pages? probably a title page, a table of contents page, show you charts and charts, questions, resources, just some of the sections that I'm working on. Not all of this is final yet, but it's sort of where my thinking is on all this stuff. A little bit about design, just to kind of give some basic designs, a little thought about some of the typefaces, colors, the grid, making workbooks and checklists. The grid is super important, and it's a very easy thing to do. It was one of the first lessons that I learned as a young designer from a much older designer who saw I didn't know this and taught it to me, but it can really sort of clean up, what you have going. And let's see. Oh, we have somebody here. I love the concept of turning a book into a bundle. Yeah. No, let's see. Who is that? I just want to, so I can direct the question. And let's see here. Let's just let this refresh. Oh, Keith. Hey, Keith. Welcome aboard. And yeah, no, this is the big one. Keith Sparrow, my buddy Keith Sparrow. The kind of turning a book into a bundle, including a workbook and other things. So it's a key thing. It's the way you make money out of doing all of this. And so I love that. Where it is, his questions right there. So that's a cool one. And how to figure out the size. Let's see. How to figure out the size. Teresa. I would say the size of your workbooks are probably generally 8.5 by 11. But it depends what the original book is. So if you kind of want to bundle them together, if yours was a 6 by 9 book, you might make your workbook 6 by 9. But I like having lots of room to write. And we'll talk about that, about the size, how you come up with the size. But I think 8.5 by 11. And something to think about is, let me just pull this up. Or here, let me pull this up. Is that people are going to be writing on the left-hand side of the page. So you want enough room. So here's a checklist from my checklist book. Let's pull this up. Oh, the spine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand. I see the question. Yeah. So anyways, let me answer this first, which is you want enough room inside your book to get in there and just be able to scribble wherever you want to scribble. So that's a key thing. You don't want things too tight. The spine, that's an easy thing to figure out. I can definitely go through that, and I'll put that on the list because that's over here in the publishing section and right over here in the publishing section. So it's just a formula, and I definitely talk about how I come up with the cover and the spine width. So that's not a problem at all. Let's see here. What's this one? How to figure out the size of the spine. Okay. No, easy enough. Easy enough. So show you the bonuses. Also going to talk a little bit about publishing your book. So your workbook may be thick enough to publish on Amazon. Might be, it's over the 24 pages, but it might not be. Or you might want to release it as a spiral binding like this one. And how do you do that? So I'll give you some of those resources for that. But you also can take your book, your workbook, and turn it into a PDF. And by using the forms feature in Adobe Acrobat, you can turn it into a PDF that you can add text to. So you don't always have to publish it on Amazon as a real book. Your publishing can be PDF, and I'll be talking about that. I'll be talking about Gumroad. Remember, I love Gumroad. It's a great place to sell your books. You can sell the PDF on Gumroad. You can also sell the physical book. You just have to kind of ship that stuff out. So this is some of the stuff I have that's going on. So not everything will make it in here, but most of the stuff is on my plan to get itself into the June 12th Workbook Masterclass. Learn how to make a workbook, a checklist, and a journal. So the link is above or below, depending where you're watching this. On Facebook is probably above it. Let me look. I think it is. And put that there. Yeah, it's up at the top, and below it's in YouTube in the description. So wherever it is, that's cool. Any other questions here? Keith, thanks for coming in. Teresa, and a few others, and the great Andy Falco made an appearance, which is always fabulous. So that's it. I think it recorded. I think it worked this time. And any questions, let me know, and we'll see you in the group. I'll be doing more broadcasts as we get closer and closer to the June 2nd, June 12th launch. Okay. All right. I think that's it. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Have a great Memorial Day.